Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today we're diving into a recent report from KULR Technology Group, and let me tell you, it involves Bitcoin and some potentially misleading numbers, so buckle up. This report, filed as an 8K, basically announces something important that happened at the company. In this case, it's about KULR's further investment in Bitcoin. It all happened in March of 2025. KULR Technology Group Inc. is the company we will be analyzing today, based out of Texas. The main point of the filing is that KULR announced they bought more Bitcoin, about $5 million worth. They bought it at an average price of almost $89,000 per Bitcoin, including all the fees. And they're also talking about something they call BTC yield. BTC yield is their special way of measuring how well their Bitcoin strategy is working. They think it helps investors understand why they issue more stock to buy Bitcoin. Basically, they want to show that buying Bitcoin is a good move for the company and its stockholders. But as we will see, there are some big limitations to this number. What exactly is BTC yield? It's the percentage change in the ratio between how much Bitcoin KULR holds and the number of shares they have outstanding, including potential shares from things like stock options. It doesn't consider things like how those stock options might affect the price or whether they're even likely to be exercised. In essence, KULR is telling you, look how much Bitcoin you get per share, but they are not actually dividing anything. They are taking a percent change between two numbers. This is creative math, to put it lightly. And here's a big warning, BTC yield is not a measure of how well the company is doing overall. It's not the same as yield like you'd expect in finance. It doesn't tell you if your investment in KULR is making money or how well their Bitcoin holdings are doing. It's just a number they created to try to justify their Bitcoin buying strategy. The price of KULR stock depends on a lot more than just their Bitcoin. So the value of their stock might be higher or lower than the value of the Bitcoin they own. BTC yield doesn't predict the stock price and is a very limited measure. KULR is using this KPI to assess whether the use of equity capital is used in a manner that benefits stockholders through their Bitcoin holdings. Here's another important point. KULR doesn't consider where the money for buying Bitcoin comes from. When they calculate BTC yield, they could use cash from their business or they could sell more stock. This means the BTC yield number could be misleading because it doesn't show the true cost of acquiring the Bitcoin. Whether KULR can keep their BTC yield positive depends on many things, including their ability to make money from their main business and outside factors like getting loans or selling stock on good terms. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and this number doesn't mean anything about future stock performance, how the business will do, or even how Bitcoin itself will perform. KULR has never paid dividends, and this BTC yield thing doesn't mean they're planning to start. Also, owning KULR stock doesn't give you any direct ownership of their Bitcoin. It's very important to note that this is not a crypto ETF that you can trade. Investors should only rely on the real financial statements and other information KULR files with the SEC. This BTC yield is just extra information, not a replacement for understanding the company's real situation. Understand that this KPI is very limited and has many limitations. It is mostly a marketing tool to incentivize stockholders when it comes to their Bitcoin holdings. This report isn't an offer to sell KULR stock. Basically, this section is boilerplate legal language. KULR will continue to use their website, social media, and press releases to share information. The company recommends that investors stay up to date. KULR's social media channels, including Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, are places where they may share updates. The information in this part of the report is just being provided, not officially filed. This is another legal disclaimer to avoid liability. On March 25, 2025, KULR announced they bought about $5 million worth of Bitcoin at an average price of almost $89,000 per Bitcoin, which is about 58.3 Bitcoin in total. This section lists the exhibits to the report. The important one is the press release about the Bitcoin purchase. Now let's put this all together. KULR is trying to show that its Bitcoin strategy is good for investors by using this BTC yield metric, but it's really just a marketing number that doesn't tell you much about the company's overall performance or the risks involved. This approach has some clear strengths. It attempts to attract investors who are interested in crypto while maintaining a traditional business. It gives them a unique story that differentiates them from competitors. This strategy also has some major weaknesses, such as the fact that their BT yield metric is misleading. It also adds a layer of complexity to their financial reporting and may distract management from their core business. So, what's the bottom line? Be very careful, do your homework, and don't be fooled by fancy numbers. KULR is taking a big gamble on Bitcoin, and it's up to you to decide if you want to gamble with them. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives.